Watcher Faction Trials, stage 13 and 14. I will have a separate video on stage 15 because that's a whole different animal in itself. However, the new content in Watcher of Realms, we have new faction trials for Watchguard and Esotericist. I put Esotericist out yesterday. Go check that out. As free to play as I can make it. We're doing the same thing today in Trial of the Watchers. So this will be focused on 13 and 14. I didn't find a need to cover 13 and 14 for Esotericist because frankly, it was pretty easy. This is a lot less easy. So what I'm gonna show you here is my 14 clearance. I just was about to beat it and canceled out because I have to film it. So that's what we're doing now, but it's the same exact, everything's the same as 13. It's just a little harder. So we're gonna focus that here. You can see this is the map. And one key thing, we're doing no Ingrid, no SUN WUKONG, no KIGIRI, no Unnomea, no Ancient Exclusive, no Limited, and no Ingrid. So it is Ancient Exclusive, but you know, that just kind of makes the whole thing easy mode. I am bringing Leia, so we do have a Legendary Lord, really just because you need healing, and there's only 4 healers in this entire faction. It's Leia, it is Lightlock, it is Diao Chan, hopefully you picked her up, and then it's Camille. I don't even have Camille on my account right now. I could try to use her if we had her. I could probably use her in place of Lightlock, but instead, this is what we're gonna do. We're also doing no Constance, no Unnamables, trying to make this approachable. I'll show you all the gear very quickly at the end, but without further ado, let's hop into battle. Let's kick this thing off. And let's get into it. So first thing, we're gonna place Lucius here, pointed up. And then we can place down. Doesn't matter where you place her. You just want her somewhere where she can start giving you some cost. You also don't need it. I did it without Dallin, but I think it will be easier for you guys as a guide if you bring Dallin or Cyrene, you know, some kind of cost generation. So we shall do that. We're waiting till we hit 17 costs, and then we're gonna place Lightlock here, pointed up. You need your Lightlock at like 20k HP, I think, maybe 22, so he doesn't get one shot by the mages that come out later. And I do wanna talk about one key thing. So similar to a lot of recent stuff in Watch of Realms, my language, this is bullshit. There's a lot of stuff here that they just don't tell you. The main thing that's been bothering me is these guys here, and where is it? These guys here, it says they have common armor. So that means any kind of damage should be good against them. That's really not the case at all. You need to use magic damage against them. So in comes Iona. Or you know, I guess if you had Ingrid or you know, some kind of magic damage, because no, like my Ingrid, my Idril was doing nothing, and my Iona kills them, not no problem, but she's able to kill them. So these guys do have heavy armor. This is just dishonest. It actually says everybody but these guys have common armor, and just those guys, these shamans here, this shaman, the Scalekin mage, and then these Scalekin shaman, they have light armor, but no, a couple of these guys clearly have heavy armor. The key ones, the ones that come around the right, Scalekin Smasher, and then the Lone Horned Crawler. All right, I actually moved myself down a bit. I realized I was going to be in the way of showing tooltips for things like Wings of Grace and Inspiration. So speaking of which, let's resume. You'll see we're going to get a big bit of cost generation from Dallin in just a second. You obviously can also use Cyrene. Just remember, Cyrene's cost generation is dependent upon rage, and you build rage a lot slower when you have nothing to attack or nothing to be attacked by. Dallin's cost generation is just contingent upon time. So she's the best here, and she's really easy. At just level 1 and just promotion 1, you already unlock her active passive skill that does that. Right as I say it, there's the cost generation. And then you just need to get skill ups into it. The skill is called Rebel. Then you can place Iona here pointed to the right, and now Diao Chan down. So time to show you those tooltips. You can see Diao Chan is placing Wings of Grace on Iona, and actually we had Lightlock over here placing Invigoration on Lucius. Let's focus back on the battle now. Let's switch Diao Chan to the black mode, where she's going to give penetration to the 2 allies with the highest attack, and then obviously give inspiration. And right as these guys on the bottom here, it's kind of hard to see, but they start to round the corner. We're going to ult with Lucius. And then as soon as we hit 11 cost, we're going to place Idril. And Idril's actually our last hero that's going to get Invigoration. So she'll get that from Leia in just a bit. So Idril and Lucius should be able to take these guys down. Let's wait for that to happen. Little tight, but we're good to go. Now we can get Leia here pointed down. You can see, like I said, she has Invigoration, and she has given it to Idril. Now we're kind of settling in. As soon as you have 18 costs, you can place Avalon here, and now you can already pick up Dallin. We're good. We only have one more deployable, and that will be Regulus there in a second. Let's place Regulus there now. So key thing here, we're going to want to ult with Iona. It might seem weird. Why are we wasting an ult just for this one guy here? Frankly, it's just so we can kill him as fast as possible, because otherwise, if he's not dead and we ult with Idril, Idril focuses on him. We want Idril not focusing on him because she's only dealing piercing damage. Her damage is really for the shamans and stuff. So we want to ult with Iona right now. And as soon as that kill happens or is about to happen, then we can go with Idril. And Idril's going to pick off this shaman, but really the next two shamans that are coming from the portal right under me, because we need those guys to die before the next big boys come out from the right. So you can see Iona doing a good job. About to get the kill, so let's ult with Idril. We got the kill. Key thing you can do, but be careful, you can definitely use Diao-Chan as an Idril battery. I know back in the day, Mawbucket used to call Light Lock an Idril battery because he has a nice low ult cost of only 120. However, Light Lock's is auto, so you can't really control it when you need it, and that's definitely a negative. Diao-Chan is even cheaper at 100 ult cost when she's skilled up, and it's manual, so you can do it at exactly the right time, but again, be careful. But you can see we're going to move on to these shamans here in a second. Let's throw this on 1x. And I am going to use it strategically so we can pick them off. So you'll see a big blast. Whenever an ally ults while she's ulting, you saw that 96k, then the next attack is all juiced up. And we'll do it again one more time on the next shaman. And we need these guys killed before these guys right here walk out. We should just get it. Did we? Yeah, we just got that kill. Perfect. So now these guys won't go invisible and unblockable. And Avalon will be able to block them. That is good. We can also take this moment to ult with Leia, give ourselves a little rage boost for mainly Iona and Idril. And as soon as Lucius is ready, we can ult with him. See, Avalon will be able to take these guys down. So these two guys, again, we're going to use Iona's ult. Can ult with Regulus too, just to be safe. We're not going to ult yet with Idril. We want to wait. Right when this guy's almost dead, now we can ult. We'll use Diao-Chan to juice her up, like I said. Let's get one more. Perfect. So we're picking them off before they have a chance to make anyone invisible. Now this guy is a bad guy. We don't like him. We can ult with Leia here too to give a little boost to Idril and give rage mainly to Leia and Idril. Idril and Iona. These guys hit so hard, it's crazy. All right, when these guys are coming out, now we can ult with Iona, and let's ult with Regulus, so he's got a little more HP to work with. So here, these guys are coming marching out, and they're not invisible. That's great. That's what we want. If things get tight, like they totally could get here, don't be afraid to switch Diao-Chan to protection mode, which I'm going to do right now. You can see I just switched Lucius as well. I switched his ult on, I should say. We just need to get one kill. Remember, Avalon's great because she's got the extra block. Looks like we got it. Let's ult with Idril. Keep an eye so no one dies, because you need to make sure no one dies. That's a 3-star condition. Now we just hammer away. I'm going to ult with Leia here. Should give some extra healing and some extra rage. We can go with Regulus again. As soon as we get this one kill here on this big guy, I will switch Diao-Chan back to DPS mode, not protection mode. Looks like we're about to get it. Okay, let's do that now. Let's ult with Lucius, and we should be good to go. Just keep an eye that no one dies at the last second. Beautiful. There you have it. So obviously, you can beat this a lot easier if you bring a KIGIRI or you bring an INGRID. Certainly, Wukong can deal crazy damage, but the reason I specifically say INGRID and KIGIRI is just because where those initial shamans line up, you don't have to be as tight with the timing, because you could place KIGIRI here, and when he ults, he'll swipe them there, and he's got that vortex range when he ults or he does his talent, and then INGRID you can just put here, and she kills everyone. So that makes it easier, but I wanted to try to make it a little more accessible. Let me show you the gear really quickly, and we'll already wrap this up. My gear's really good, obviously. People might be wondering, is my Diao-Chan A1? Yes, she is. But for the way we're using, she didn't need the A1 there, right? She was there really just for Lucius and Iona. And yeah, she wasn't touching any extra things by being A1. She easily could have been A0. So that is a good thing to touch on. Let's quickly go through it. So my gear is going to be great. Here's my Lucius. I'll click through. He's in Infernal Roar. Getting him in with a little attack speed can be nice if you want him to go Demonic Embrace, but I found just ulting with him is easier because it was really hard to make him go Demonic Embrace. I just refined this stat. I'm very proud of this piece. Let's continue. Oh, and for Artifact, he's in a maxed out Spirit Siphon. We got Leia now. She's an Invig. Looking for attack bonus, attack speed, heal effect, rage regen, the normal stuff. You can see the stats on the right. She's in a maxed out Elysian Epitaph. Just like Elowen, even though her basic attack is 3 targets, it's counted as a single target attack, or single target heal in this case. Very weird. Who we got next? We got Diao Chan here. Wings of Grace. This is my Dolores build 2. Attack to the moon. That's all it is. You can see the total attack here. We're coming in at 13.5. And we got the base level free exclusive artifact from her event. Regulus, very tanky, and Guardian. I'll pull those stats up quickly now. You can see that. And then for the artifact, we got a maxed out Bastion Ring. And that, I believe, is it for our legendaries. We did only bring the 4 legendary heroes. So let's continue on with Idril now. She's in Infernal Roar as well. Looking for lots of attack. A little rage regen helps. And then some speed. She's in a maxed out Idril's Gaze. I found ignoring the defense was kind of nice, especially since she has low attack. Here we have got Iona. She's in some good Soulbound Arcana, looking for some flat attack when we can get it on top of the normal DPS stuff. Very high attack on this Iona at 15.9, scaling off of only 31.90. For the artifact, we got a maxed out Tear of Twilight. And then we obviously didn't use Borit. I'll show you now my Avalon. She's in my Brokir gear. Pretty good stuff. This is slightly overkill. Good Tempered Will. They're good on Immortal Warrior. You can see the total stats there. She is in the Bastion Ring, and remember, she has base block of 4. So with this, she blocks 5. That's how she was able to block all those guys at the end. Then we got one of the better light lock builds I think you'll see. We're looking for some HP, like I said, so he doesn't get one shot by the shamans that come from the top left. But then it's just attack bonus, attack speed, rage regen, heal effect, and then picking up some HP bonus when you can do it. I did go for the rage regen so we can get some more ults and help Idril that way as well. And then we actually went for Life Force on the side just to make sure he was tanky enough. 87, 81 is not a big attack pool. He's in a maxed out Elysian Epitaph. You saw my Dallin was never hit or doing anything. She was just at the beginning of the battle. We're taking advantage of this skill right here. You only need her promotion level 1 to unlock that. And then, you know, even if you just get 2 skill ups into this, it's fine. But by the time you reach 13, 14, 15, you'll probably have enough stuff to max her out. So just do that in terms of skill ups. I did gear her as a tank, but we didn't use her, so it didn't matter. And I didn't run her in a lucky coin because I didn't want there to be any RNG. There you go, guys. That is how you beat 13 and 14. I know this video won't be for everyone, but I bet you there are a lot of people with really good accounts but don't have INGRID or don't have SUN WUKONG or don't have KIGIRI or don't have UNNAMEABLES or all of those, and maybe this is going to help. So if that's you, let me know in the comments. I have been Fastidious. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go film my 15 guide, so wish me luck. That should be coming pretty soon after this. Thank you. Share with your mother, and goodbye.
Fastidious.